Hello everybody, it's Pineapple here, back with another video. Now you probably clicked this video and were wondering, what the heck is the Sinful Spoils targets? And so we're going to hop right into it. First up, Diabell Star is a card that's coming in Age of Overlord, and this card is fantastic. It's a level 7 Dark Spellcaster that you can special summon from your hand for free by sending another card from your hand or field to the graveyard. And then if it's normal or special, you get to set a Sinful Spoil spell trap directly from your deck. Now, this isn't the targets that we're talking about, but what we are talking about specifically is the original Sinful Spoil Snake Eye, which is a target for Diabell Star. Now, this has you send another card, face-up card you control to the graveyard, and then you special summon a level 1 fire monster from your deck or hand. Now, this is a really good effect, and there's a lot of targets that happen to be level 1 fire monsters. There's a whole bunch, and they're all somewhat playable, and they range from really strong to literally unplayable. And we're going to go through each and every one today. So tuck in your belts, let's get ready, and let's get right into it. Now, first up, we have the section of cards that are probably actually worth summoning off this card. So, first up, weighing in at 637 pounds, he's 2'3". He's a recursive body who's a level 1 tuner. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Jet Synchron. This card is unbelievable. He's a recursive body who happens to be a level 1 tuner. He's a machine. It's Jet Synchron. I don't think I should have to explain why Jet Synchron is such a fantastic level 1 target for this card. Just unbelievable card. And overall, just probably the best tuner that you can summon off of Sinful Spoils. And then we have Rescue Ace. Did you know he's also a level 1 machine who happens to also be a fire? This card is fantastic. It's going to search you a Rescue Ace monster, and also it's going to, enable your entire Rescue Ace engine. Summoning it from deck is just not what they intended to happen, or maybe they did, but it has propelled Rescue Ace to be the best deck in the format over in the OCG, and this is probably the second best target. I would say it's the best, but it's not, generic. You would only want to do this in Rescue Ace, and so this gets a 10 out of 10 from me. Rescue Ace Hydra, great target. We then have Renown. Granted, you normally want to summon Renown from your hand, but if it's special summon, you get to target a Fire Warrior or one of your equipped spells that's banished from your graveyard, except itself, and then add it to your hand. This is just a target that, it might be worth going into, so he's in the, tier that might be worth going into. Again, there's a lot of really bad level 1 fire monsters, so Renown makes the cut for good ones. We then have Ricardetto. Forgive me if I said that name wrong. I'm terrible with names. But you can banish it from your hand or graveyard, special summon a level 4 Fire Warrior from your hand as a tuner. So, after you use him on the field, you can do that effect. And if it's normal or special, you get to target a level 4 lower or Fire Warrior in your graveyard, except itself, special summon it, and then you're locked into Warriors. So, he turns a body into another body. Just a solid thing. He gets you into probably your level 5 synchros. I forget their names. But he gets that part of your engine rolling. And then we also have Astolfo. Again, I can't pronounce names. But most importantly, you can banish it from your graveyard, special summon in a level Fire Warrior from your graveyard, and then you also get to special summon this back during your second standby phase after this card's activation. But that's not the part you care about. It returns another Fire Warrior from your graveyard to the field to use as, more bodies. I'm not sure that's a great one to use, but it is one that you can use. You can summon Decatron off of this, which will send an Infernoble monster from your deck to the graveyard, and then its level will become it, which is very funny. He's also another level 1 tuner. I don't think the tuner part is as relevant as, say, Jet Synchron, but, you can summon Decatron, so good for you, Infernoid players. You can also summon Volcanic Shell, which is, great for discard fodder. I'm not sure that's the best use of this card, but Volcanic players, you can play this card. And you can also summon Rimfire, where if it's sent to the graveyard, you get to activate one of these effects, but you can only use each effect once per turn. You can banish it from your grave and send a Volcanic monster from your deck to the graveyard. Or you can banish a Blaze Accelerator card from your face-up field or graveyard. And if you do place a Blaze Accelerator continuous spell trap from your deck or hand face-up on your field. So, yeah, good for you, Volcanic players. You can summon your guys who do things. And then we have the intended targets, the Snake Eye cards, Orc. When it normal or special lets you target a level 1 fire monster that's banished or in your graveyard, add it to your hand or special summon it. You could unbanish your Jet Synchron, which is very funny. And you can send this card and one face-up card you control in the graveyard, special summon a Snake Eye monster from your hand or deck except itself, and then you can only use each effect once per turn. I think that's a solid effect, get back your Jet Synchron. But again, I don't know how Snake Eye really plays, so we'll have to see later. But it seems solid. Snake Eye Excel. On normal or special lets you add a level 1 fire monster from your deck to your hand. There's, like I just demonstrated, there's no good level 1 fire monsters, But there is an intended target, but we'll get into that a little bit later. And you can send this card and another face-up card you control to the graveyard, special summon a Snake Eye monster from your hand or deck. Not particularly great, but again, it makes the cut because there's a lot of really bad level 1 fire monsters. And then we have TG Rocket Salamander. This card is just, he's just substitute for TGs. You can tribute a TG monster, special summon a TG monster with a different original name from your deck. And if you control a TG monster, you can target a level 4 or lower TG monster in your graveyard, special summon in a defense position, but negate its effects, and you can only use each effect a Salamander once per turn. But, he's for some reason, he's just substitute. He's not exactly substitute, but he's about as good as you can get in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! And he's technically a target. Again, OCG exclusive for now, but when he comes over, oh boy, TG, you can summon your substitute from deck. So good for you. Now, while there are good targets, there are obviously some not good targets, and we're going to be going over all of those bad boys right here, right now. First up, we got Volcanic Rat. He's a level 1 vanilla who does absolutely nothing, so obviously 0 out of 10, but he's a 10 out of 10 in my heart. We then got Charcoal Impachi, another vanilla who does absolutely nothing. And then we have Flamboyant Guard, who's a, level 1 tuner. But unfortunately, Jet Synchron is just a recursive body who does that exact same thing and is better. I guess if you needed him to be a dragon, Flamboyant Guard checks that box. We then have Flamboyant Baby. You can send this card from your hand to the graveyard, target a fire monster you control. That target gains 400 attack. He's a baby, but he's definitely a coughing baby, and that reason he gets a 0 out of 10. Unplayable. Don't summon it off of, snake stuff. Fengeli, the soda prompt, the pineapple thing. If it's sent from the deck to the graveyard by a monster effect, you can special summon this card, and then if you control another plant monster, you get to have the attack and defense of one monster on the field. You can only use that effect once per turn, and if it's sent from if it's on the field would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you get to send a plant from deck to grave instead. Glow Up Bulb isn't legal, and I don't think this card is worth playing. He's a level 1 tuner, I guess, but so is Jet Synchron. Squeak Knight, terrible card. If it's special summon, you can activate this effect, treat this card as the tuner this turn, and then you can only special summon from the extra deck once for the rest of this turn. What a horrible restriction. And once per turn, you can either target one face-up monster you control, equip this card to that target, or unequip this card and special summon it. The equipped monster would be destroyed by battle or card effect. You can destroy this card instead. Squeak Knight is awful. Don't play this card. Please don't summon Squeak Knight. He's cute, but he's really bad. We got Roland. Quick effect, you can target a monster you control, equip this card from your hand to that target, so it doesn't even do it, and then it gains 500 attack. And during the end phase, if this card's in the graveyard because it's just sent there, you get to add a Fire Warrior monster except itself, or an equip spell. I mean, that's something. I'm not sure it's a good something, but it's something. We got Altergeist Perpetrator. It can attack directly. That's something, if you want to poke for 500 instead of using Mellow, you can do that. And you can only use each of the following effects once per turn. If it inflicts battle damage, you get to draw a card. I mean, that's something, I guess. And if it's sent from the field to the graveyard, you get to send an Altergeist card from your hand deck or face-up field to the graveyard. It's something. It does dumb stuff. It does things. I just don't think that this is what you want to be summoning off of, the guy. And then Guard Dragon Promiscuous, forgive me. You can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard, target a dragon monster you control. It gains 500 attack and defense. Huge, big assertive. And if a normal monster is sent to the graveyard while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card, banish it when it leaves the field. Not really what we're looking for here. We got, I'm not even going to try to it's another invulnerable card. You can discard this card, target a warrior monster you control, equip it with one equipped spell from your deck that can be equipped to it. And when this card not equipped with an equipped card is destroyed by battle with an opponent's monster that's in the graveyard, you can special summon this card, and if you do, equip the monster your opponent controls to this card. This would be a good card if your opponent wasn't going to read it and know not to crash with it. And also, its hand effect can't be used. And then we got Snake Eye White Birch. If you control a fire monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. So this is like the target for the blue one. So we don't really want to be summoning it off of the spell card. And during your opponent's turn, great effect, you can send this card and one other face-up card you control to the graveyard. Special summon a Snake Eye monster directly from your hand or deck, except itself. Hard once per turn on all those. So again, you don't want to be summoning this, you want to be searching it. We got Salaman Great Raccoon. When your Salamangreat Great Monster is targeted for an attack by an opponent's monster, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard. Then target those two monsters that would battle, gain life points equal to the attack of the opponent's monster, and then also your targeted monster can't be destroyed by battle this turn. So that effect is offline because it will be summoned to the field. And when your Salamangreat Great Monster destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard while this card is in the graveyard, you can add this card to your hand. I guess he gets you into Balinks. That's something. We got Boost Warrior. If you control a tuner, special summon this card from your hand in defense position, and all warriors you control gain 500 attack. 300, sorry, not even 500. Solid 0 out of 10. He's not a tuner no matter what, Progression Series wants you to believe. We got Evil Tile Gefero. When it's destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you get to target the Evil Zor monster in your graveyard. Special summon that target. Yeah, you like evil tiles? They're unplayable garbage. Don't summon them off this. We got Evil Tile Paluriu. This card you control is destroyed and sent to the graveyard. Special summon the Evil Zor monster from your hand. Just awful cards. Flamvel Powen. When it's destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, add a monster with 200 defense from your deck to your hand. Yeah, in this year, 2023, what we really want to be doing is destroying our monster by battle to search monsters with 200 defense. But I guess if you really need it, he's a target. Jurak Eligo. You ensure this card to select a level 4 or lower Jurak monster in your graveyard. Special summon it. This might actually be good in Jurak. I don't know who the hell is playing Jurak, but good for you. We got Lavalval Volcano Handmaiden. When it's sent to the graveyard, if you have a Lavalval monster other than Handmaiden, you get to send a Lavalval monster from deck to grave. So congratulations, all 2 Lavalval players. This is technically support for you. We got Red Potan. You can target a Potan monster you control, treat it as a tuner until the end of the turn. So yeah, I guess technically he's a level 1 tuner. And if a monster is synchro summoned while you control this monster, you can special summon 1 Potan monster from your hand or deck. I mean, he turns into more bodies, I guess. Might actually be reasonably solid now that I think about it. Horus's Servant. Your opponent can't target face-up Horus, the Black Flame Dragon monster with spells, traps, or card effects. Horus, the card that's IO Royal Decree. What we really needed was to protect it from targeting effects. Fireflint Lady. You really want to be searching this card, since if you control a warrior monster, you can special it for free. But it does let you special summon a level 4 lower warrior monster from your hand. And so it does do something. But particularly you want to be searching it and specialing it out by its own effect. So obviously it's not really a great target to summon from deck. We got Soaring Eagle above the Searing Land. It's a level 1 tuner. If it's sent to the graveyard for a synchro summon, special summon it back. But you have to have 3 or more Lavalval monsters with different names in your graveyard to activate and resolve this effect. And if it's special summon, banish it when it leaves the field. You have to play Lavalval, so don't play this card. Link Apple. Don't do this. You can reveal it in your hand, banish a random card from your face down extra deck face up. Special summon this card, and if the banished card is a link monster, you get to special summon it. Otherwise, you discard this card and draw a card. Don't do this. You're just summoning a level 1 vanilla, but I guess it's a Cyrus type, so that's something at least. Red Dustin. It can't be used as a material for a fusion, synchro, or Xyz summon. You can only control 1 Red Dustin, and when it leaves the field, it can't be attributed, and if it's destroyed, you take 500 damage. Don't summon Red Dustin. Please don't. You can, but you shouldn't. Magister Magician. Each time a spell card is activated, place a spell counter on this card when that spell resolves, and during the end phase, you can remove 3 spell counters from this card. Target one of your banished spells. Add a card with that target's name from your deck to your hand. Don't do this. Bad card. Red Mirror. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard, then target a 1 Fire Fiend monster in your graveyard except Red Mirror. Add it to your hand, and if you synchro summon while this card's in your graveyard, aren't except during the damage step or the turn it was sent to the graveyard, you can add it to your hand. Just what you needed. Battle Trick, who brings back a monster. Evil Tile Mega Charina. You can tribute a reptile, then discard a card, special summon a level 6 or lower fire dinosaur monster from your deck, because what you really needed to do in addition to tributing a monster is also discard a card. And you can banish this card from your graveyard, target 1 Dragon Xyz monster you control with no material, attach up to 2 reptile and or dinosaur monsters with different names from your hand or graveyard to that monster's material. Just awful card. I mean, it's not bad, but it's good by Evil Tile standards, but not good. We got Rare Metal Foes Bismugear. Its pendulum effect lets you target a face-up card you control, destroy it, and if you do, set a Metal Foes spell trap directly from your deck. And its monster effect is if it's destroyed by battle or card effect, you get to add a Metal Foes monster from your deck to your hand during the end phase of this turn. But Metal Foes I don't think had any problem summoning from deck. We got Red Nova. If a level 8 or higher dragon synchro monsters on the field, you special summon this card from your hand. And if you can only special summon Red Nova once per turn this way. And if this card is sent to the graveyard for a synchro summon that uses 2 or more tuner materials, you can special summon 1 Fire Fiend monster from your deck in defense position. Now, if you're doing Red Dragon Archfiend shenanigans, this actually might be a decent enough target, but I don't think that anyone is dumb enough to do so. Infinite Freemass, it has to be special by its own effect, so it's not even technically a valid target. My bad. Double Resonator, if it's no more special, you get to target a face-up monster on the field. That target's treated as a tuner this turn. You can also banish it from your graveyard, target a fiend monster you control. That fiend monster is treated as a tuner this turn. And you can only use this effect once per turn. But yeah, if you want to make other things into tuners, go for it. And then lastly, we got Watchdog. During the main phase 2, if this card is normal summon, you get to send a spell card from your hand to the graveyard, set a continuous spell card directly from your deck. You know, you're going to be specialing him, so that effect is meaningless. But yeah, you can go for Watchdog. We also got everyone's favorite Salaman Great Monster, Salaman Great Mole. During your main phase, if you link summon this turn, you can special summon this card from your hand to a zone a link monster points to. And if you control no monsters, you can banish this card from your graveyard, target 5 Salaman Great cards in your graveyard, shuffle them into the deck, then draw 2, so it's Pot of Avarice. Don't worry, this card is also unplayable. But I hope you guys enjoyed this review of every single Sinful Spoils target. I certainly enjoyed making it. If you did, make sure you guys like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one.